All right. Consumer culture has gone too far. I guess grown men are sobbing during Deadpool and Wolverine camera tests because Hugh Jackman showed up in Wolverine's yellow suit. My gosh, some people, I understand being a fan of Hugh Jackman and Wolverine and, of course, the old comics and the way that it works. But my gosh, some people like this is like men crying. This is wild. Everybody needs to get out of this little bubble where like fantasy has usurped real life for them, and they're so attached to these fantasy characters and things like that, especially corporate properties. Because what have they done with Wolverine in recent years? I mean, they've made the character implied in a throuple with Scott Summers and Jean Grey. They've had him go, X-23 is really Wolverine. She's just as much Wolverine as I am to signal their diversity hire crap. I mean, it's just another propaganda piece arm at Disney Marvel, the woke stuff. Now, Deadpool Wolverine is probably not going to be that. It's probably going to be an actual action movie. Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman are probably just going to do what they do best. And this is going to be the last gasp we're going to see of any good sort of semblance of Marvel movie for a long, long time. I still don't think Disney's gotten the message that they need to remove the woke stuff from their product and actually just honor what the fans want. And that's what's happening here. They are honoring what the fans want, but this reaction is like, ugh, it drives me crazy. I really can't stand the soy boy reaction thing, guys. And I'm sorry if you're offended about that, but this is crazy. It is crazy. Now, I'm a comic creator myself, guys, and I have The Hidden Emperor out on Kickstarter right now. If you like good action adventure, like classic comics, we really do that very well. We have a sci-fi deal like the 70s and 80s. If you liked like the X-Men Brood Saga by Chris Claremont, I'm going to bring it back to that. If you like Nexus, the indie sci-fi comic in the 80s as well, you're going to absolutely love this. Valerian and Laureline, we are really honoring the classics, and we really have a wonderful adventure for you. So please support the channel. Go grab this in the description below. It's a wonderful comic book. You're going to love it. And thank you guys so much for the support. It's been amazing. This has been the best launch we've ever had. And I appreciate you for being there. And hit the like and subscribe if you're a comic fan, sci-fi fan. We definitely want you in our community here. Unlike Disney, not wanting you in the community very much as well. This is a pretty wild story, though. So executive producer Wendy Jacobson of Deadpool and Wolverine told Hey You Guys via IGN that adult men were sobbing during Hugh Jackson's camera test. Oh, God. Now, which marked the first time the beloved X-Men actor wore Wolverine's iconic yellow and blue superhero suit from the comics. The suit alone has generated significant buzz for the upcoming Marvel tentpole, as Jackman never wore the comics-accurate costume during his previous 17-year stint as playing Wolverine. That was one of the travesties of the old Wolverine stuff. He does look great. I'm not denying that whatsoever. Actually, I mean, for his age, too. I mean, he's just crushing it. Like, look at this. This guy's badass. And it goes to show just like when these people who work at these companies try to redesign things, try to make it different for modern audiences and the like, because they don't want to just like make it like the comics, try to subvert expectations with their designs. It never works. Like I thought, I really didn't like the old X-Men costumes. They tried to make it, early 2000s, late 90s, dark and edgy with a lot of black colors and things like that. It didn't work out. I mean, it doesn't hold up. The original classic designs look great. They really should go with that in every situation. James Gunn, I'm looking at you with your like Superman travesty that you're doing right now. A lot of the costumes now, too, modern-wise, look like just like poor cosplay designs, too. So when you see something like this, you're like, okay, they actually did a really good job. And I applaud that. But crying over seeing a costume, that's absolutely insane. These people should be ashamed of. These are men. They should be ashamed of themselves. Crying is a woman's game, my friends. That's exactly what men shouldn't be crying, period. But especially over a costume. This is ridiculous. It was one of the craziest things Jacobson said. Yeah, it is crazy. It was a camera test. It was before we started shooting. To see both of these guys, first of all, in costume together was just mind-blowing. But Hugh walking out in the blue and yellow, I mean, there were grown men like sobbing on the set. We knew it was a special, very special thing. Yeah, it's special, all right. I mean, this is just such behavior that we just mock all the time. This is exactly the type of thing that was started the soy boy meme, right? The consumer soy boy meme. And you saw those people with their open mouths and the Nintendo Switches. This is like the next level extrapolation of that. It's ridiculous, and it should not be encouraged. And if you look at the way Variety's reporting on this, they're like, this is a good thing. And what's crazy to me too, I'll show you the X feed in a bit. It's not a lot of posts about people mocking this either. It's a lot of comments going, "There's a good reason for it." I mean, people are out of their minds at this point. They really need to get off the internet and go outside if a Wolverine costume is making you cry. It's true. Speaking of Variety, they said Deadpool and Wolverine. Jackman said everyone was in black leather. Yeah, what a bad mistake. When the first X-Men movie was coming together in '99, part of my brain was institutionalized that that's the way it is, referring to the original look of his on-screen Wolverine. As soon as I put the yellow suit on, I couldn't believe I never had it before. Yeah, it looks way better. I've never seen a crew reaction like that, Ryan Reynolds added. We barely talked about the suit in early development because it was a no-brainer. You can't do this character now unless he's in the suit. Good idea. Ryan Reynolds understands things, too. And that's what's made the Deadpool movies set apart from a lot of what the MCU's been failing at, is this guy just, like, really cares about making a good movie, and he really cares about honoring the comic books. And it's shown. His dedication has absolutely shown. And so that's been something that, like I said, I think this is going to be a positive thing when it comes out and we all get to see this movie. I'm actually looking forward to something for once instead of looking forward to going to it and having to sit through 2 hours to bash something. It's gonna be a nice change of pace for sure. Can't wait to review it. According to Deadpool and Wolverine, Sean Levy, it was Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige who told him that if Jackman were to return as Wolverine after the 2017 Note Perfect Logan, great movie, then it would have to be in a yellow suit. We immediately responded, hell effing yes. Hugh Jackman, having never appeared in the character's most iconic suit, is like Superman in 10 movies never wearing the Superman costume. It is. And that's a shot at James Gunn right there. I mean, it is a Superman costume, but it is quite a bastardization of it. It's a testament to Wolverine that it didn't necessarily matter. The character is more than a costume. Kind of, but it would have been nice. They should have just added this. It would have been a good touch all along. That is one mistake they're rectifying, and it's good that they are. When I realized Hugh was in, I went from the studio mode to, you got to get in the yellow outfit, right? He added. It opens on July 26th next week, and look at the responses. So this is where it's crazy. Yes, like I said, I'm in 100% applauding their choice for costuming here. I think they did a great job. Hugh Jackman looks great, as I said. But this is, if people are crying, it's ridiculous. And here it is. Here's what people are saying. Because we've been waiting for decades, I might cry when I see it in theaters. Somebody says it's not that serious. Sobbing. What about the mask? Yeah, Hugh Jackman probably doesn't want to wear a mask. I know how that feels. Like, why are there so many people? Why are there so many men out there being like, yes, I am absolutely crying to see Wolverine. It's what I've always wanted. It's what I've always cared about. I care about it more than my real life. This is going to make me sob. I mean, what has our society become at this point? How weak has our society become that men are crying over seeing a costume from Hollywood of a franchise that, let's be honest, beyond this franchise, like, there's no reason to care about the Marvel movies or MCU whatsoever. They've destroyed everything to the point where it even sours the taste of going to see this movie. But this, like I said, this is the one kind of film line that just hasn't been paused yet. But at the same time, it is connected to those other universes, and that drags it down more than does anything else. The fact that any of these people, Kevin Feige, are involved with it just makes you kind of not want to pay for a ticket in a way. But at the same time, like, it's like, well, we got to encourage them to do the good things that we actually want. So, I mean, what are we going to do here? I'm always torn on situations like this. I really am. But the crying situation is like the most stupid thing I've ever seen in my entire life, especially given away also that the MCU's gone, that Marvel Comics has gone too. I don't blame them. I would be crying too. I mean, like, how many men are going all in on this? When did Wolverine wear that? Well, this is obviously not a comic reader. I usually say grown men shouldn't be afraid, embarrassed to express their emotions, but good grief, this is the correct deal. Crying over a grown man in a suit is just sad and pathetic. How old are we people? Yes, I'm going to give this a like. That is absolutely true right there. The problem is Hugh Jackman was never the comic book Wolverine, never will be. He's a great, great Wolverine, though. I'm sorry, guys. The yellow suit isn't a service to the comic version. I disagree with that. This take's bad. But here's my take, guys, and I'll just leave you with this for the day. This is really gay. It really is. So if you want something different, guys, please check things out. We have the alternative to Marvel, DC, Star Wars. This is a wonderful science fiction universe I'm building here. I'm writing some great comics, and I hope you don't cry over them. But I do hope you'll pick them up and buy them today. Thank you guys so much for supporting this. Go check it out and support our channel, support our efforts in journalism here by our own creative efforts. And maybe one day we'll get an Ayla Rin movie. How cool would that be? I would love that. All right, leave a comment down below. Are you going to cry when you see Deadpool and Wolverine? Hit the like and subscribe button. We'll be back soon.